Well, everybody, I think that's it. It's all over but the crying for setting up the playoffs. Um, Greg Hitchcock drew the short stick last week with the way that the playoffs are structured, where it's not the top two teams in each bracket, and also by taking some tough losses. I certainly got the short stick this week. I needed to win to sort of have a shot because my points for, which I think is the critical element besides your record, it was low. I'm sixth in points scored. Hitchcock, oddly enough, is fourth in points scored so far the year. Slightly behind him is Tommy Brodigan at fifth, but they're close enough. But still, he got screwed on that one too. We got one more week, but I'm looking at this correct. I don't think it matters. Anyway, Kristen took me out. She got 151 points to my 131, which the two of us were the top 2 point scorers, and that was going to be enough to end my season. So, I'm sorry, we weren't the top two. The other close game, which was the husband and wife, Val and Team Crackball. They were 136 and 134. That's right, I forgot about that. But so I was fourth highest points. But anyway, Val beat Ken in that. The other games, Lance beat Show Me the Money 131 to 59. And Ridgeback beat Nice TDs only by 26 points, which was surprising because Nice TDs no longer sets a team up, so he just sort of lets whoever play. But I guess, unfortunately for Non, they had no bye players that week, which was interesting. Tortuga needed to win to make it to where I was boxed out because she was the fourth seed, and she beat Rich by 3 points, 108 to 105. So really, really tough season. Just to finish it off, Scott has oddly enough been on a winning streak lately. To no avail, beat Greg Hitchcock to add insult to injury. I actually, interestingly enough, Hitchcock winning would have mattered because if Hitchcock would have won, he would have been 8-5, and being that he had a reasonable amount of points, he could have won by ending the season with a W theoretically. Tommy's been on a rush. He beat Care Bears 114 to 89, and I think that's it. So next week I play Rich, but again, my problem I'm going to run into, and the reason I think the seeds are set, is I have to beat one of the 9-4 teams, and my total points are 1448. So I'd have to win, and they'd have to leave. And the closest team to my points is 1581. So I'm 130 points behind going into this week in points for. So I'm pretty sure. I think that's right because it's got me listed as a 1%. And now Tommy is clinched and Lance is clinched. And Don and Heidi are at 99%. So I think that's the math going on. But anyway, I play Rich next week. So if I don't win, it doesn't matter. But to make it as humorous as can be, Heidi's playing Nice TDs again, and he looks like he has a couple people on bye already. So unless he straightens that out, that'll be a layup for Heidi, and then it doesn't matter if I win anyway. The other people that matter will be Lance versus Don, but I think either way they're in, but that'll be a good matchup. and the last would be Brodigan versus Hitchcock, which Greg has had a hard run going into this last season, back end of the season. I want to say he's lost. I'm trying to see how many games in a row. Let's see if I can see that again. But it's interesting because a couple of us had these winning streaks at the end, and unfortunately for Greg, he's had the reverse. I had it listed here. I'm seeing if I can find it real quick. Just because it was one of those things that was sort of surprising because he's had such a good team. Oh, here it is. Yeah, here's the streaks. Yeah, so he's lost 4 in a row. Yeah, after being one of the top people. On the other side, if you look at the teams that made it, this is interesting. Tommy's won 8 in a row. Lance is the only one who's been back and forth, winning 1 in a row. But Don's won 5 in a row, and Heidi's won 7 in a row. So it really has been kind of a long stretch of winning streaks. Up until my loss, I think I won 8 in a row, I want to say, or 7 in a row up into that. So until losing last week to Kristen, I was one of the teams on the stretch. But anyway, good. It's been a good season. I'll make updates for the winners as we go through. But again, I was hoping there'd be some intrigue heading into the last week. But unless I miraculously score like 300 points, I don't think it's going to matter. Good week for well, not really that good week for football. I don't know if everyone saw the Ravens game, but that was sad to watch. For Tucker, he's still pretty young. I think he's 35 when I looked it up, so he's not that old, but he's really seems to be lost in his head. It's going around the internet. It could be the Chiefs' curse. I don't know if you saw it, but Kelsey picked up his helmet and the ball he was using and tossed him. And for that game, and ever since then, Tucker's been off. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, I keeping these a little shorter unless I have something interesting to say, which is rare for me. So, hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll look forward to talking to you soon. I'll get together, like I said, one more week of after the playoffs are set, and maybe I'll try to do something fun with that. Let me check. I never see any messages on the message board, but I didn't check before the call. Message on the message board. Val and Kara's teams aren't doing great, but they managed to beat me. Val now twice. And are you kidding me? She beat me with a final performance of 40. It's from a Cleveland wide receiver. Yes, let's take a look at that game. I think I was pretty checked out by that point in time because all my games wrapped up on Sunday. But since you said something, Ken, let's take a look. Let's see. Oh yeah, Judge Judy, Jerry Judy, 40.5 points from a Cleveland wide receiver. Holy smokes! Now that's right. Early on, Val had a good team because she had Mahomes, McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Christian McCaffrey. I mean, she was stacked. It's shocked that she's only 5-8. If you sort of thought of that just as a team that you have on, and Ken, it would have been worse if not for his tight end of all positions. Brock Bowers got 30 points for him. But yeah, can't win against the family. It looks like so. That's just being a good husband and father, Ken. I'll chalk it up to that. Anyway, good. I have a little bit of fun doing these. Again, I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. See ya.